Hello, my name is Kevin Hollifield, and today I will be discussing risk and return. Risk and return is a financial term typically used when you're putting up a risk, typically money in an investment, and weigh that against the potential return of money that you can earn. When looking at returns, there are some specific terms that are important to this aspect. The first, realized returns, which is the total return that occurs over a period of time. Next, the annual average returns, the simple average of the annual returns. And then the variance, which is the measure of variability of the returns. And then you have the normal distribution, which is a symmetric probability distribution that is completely characterized by its average and standard deviation. Next, looking at some of the aspects of risk, you have the common risk, which is risk that is linked across outcomes, independent risk, risks that bear no relation to one another, and diversification, the averaging of the independent risks in a large portfolio. When applying this as a professional, as an entry-level professional, you just want to probably have a general knowledge of stocks, as it will pertain and help you later down the road in your career or in your personal life. As a mid-level professional, this will come more into play with the investments you've made independently or with a company, commonly in the form of a 401k or a IRA. And as an executive level professional, you should have a very good understanding due to investments that you've made over time and how they've performed and what you've seen, the return on the risks you've put forward, whether this is personally or within your organization. I think that ethical issues can arise when it comes to risk and reward or just in investing in general. I think that people can invest or put a risk forward in things that are unethical in themselves. So, for example, someone may have a lot invested in a high return stock, but the stock is contributing to heavy pollution. So the continued use of fossil fuels or something like that, where someone's making a lot of money, they're risking a lot of money, and their return is very high. However, I think that the investment in itself can be unethical. And then I found a verse from the Bible that I think pertains to this, and it reads, "And my honesty will testify for me in the future, whenever you check on the wages you have paid me. Any goat in my possession that is not speckled or spotted, or any lamb that is not dark colored, will be considered stolen." And the thing that jumped out at me from this verse is, "And my honesty will testify me for in the future." And I think that jumped out at me because of my specific example that I used about the environment. So this can pertain to other examples as well, but honesty and ethics will testify for you in the future, because that's what's really going to make an impact in the future. And so your choices in what you invest in and the way you choose to make money will testify for you in the future, in a biblical sense and as well in a personal sense as well, I believe. Thank you for listening. I use the text and the Bible, the verse out of the book of Genesis. And again, I thank you for listening.